Hey Road School Moms, this is Holly Giles, the other half of the Road School Moms of Mary Beth, and she'll be joining us here in a few minutes down in the comments. She's going to help me out with some links. I wanted to come in today and share with you what we're doing over at the Giles Frontier community and come in and do it for you guys as well. I wanted to share with you what we do when the season ends here with fruits and vegetables. Here, I'm in Central Florida and it's the end of strawberry season, but it's really the middle or beginning for a lot of you in other parts of the country. But I wanted to share how we utilize that for the rest of the year. We have a food dehydrator, which has been a great asset here in our kitchen. And years ago, I had a food dehydrator that was huge. They were always so big and it was really hard to store. And nowadays you can get dehydrators that are relatively small, and that's what I recommend because you can use them for all kinds of things. You can get one pretty inexpensively for under $30 probably. But I'll tell you a little secret. I am a yard sale and thrift store shopper, and I found my dehydrator for $5 and it works beautifully. And we use it all the time, so it was a great investment for us. Earlier today, I did some strawberries. As I said, it's the end of season, and even if the strawberries don't look really great and have a lot of great flavor, when they dry, they're really sweet. So what I did was I use an egg slicer. That's my favorite tool for doing fruit in the dehydrator because it's going to be nice, even, thin slices. And I was going to demonstrate for you how to do that. I had some fresh strawberries washed and ready to go, had my little setup here, and my oldest son, right before we went live, came by and ate all my strawberries. So we're just gonna pretend. So the egg slicer does nice even slices so that when they dry, show you the tray. So this is what my tray, this was full. So all the strawberries were touching, they dry that much, and you get nice, pretty strawberry slices. And what we like to use them for, we use it in granola, but I love to use it in oatmeal. I love to use it, sprinkle it on cereal. We also like to put it in quick breads. If we're making a banana bread or something, just throw some dried fruit in there. We also make a cinnamon raisin apple bread for breakfast bread that is really good, and we use dried apples for those. Now earlier today, I also added bananas in with the strawberries. Everybody's picky about their bananas, what phase they're in that you're going to eat them. And I'll eat them at any point, but when they get to a certain point, I'll dry the rest of them so that we don't throw them away. And this is what the bananas look like when they're dried. Nice. Same thing, I use the egg slicer for bananas. Sometimes I'll sprinkle a little cinnamon on them just to give them a little more sweetness, but they also are very sweet as well when you dry them. All of these I keep in my mason jars in the pantry. So we have strawberries, bananas, and I have apples as well. I love to do apples at the end of the season and use them throughout the year in lots of different baking, especially for that breakfast bread. And this is what our apples, if you can see, look like when we're done. And these I also like to sprinkle a little cinnamon on just for flavor. So that's how we like to use seasonal fruit here. You can also dry herbs, which is very easy to do. But yesterday in the Giles Frontier, we were talking about gardening, and I was showing you my garden and the surprise that I found with all the monarchs. And if you weren't part of that, you can go back and watch that. But I had a lot of people ask me what I keep the monarch caterpillars in. So here is my habitat here. We have about 6 monarchs. You might be able to, I don't know if you can see any in there. And this is called a butterfly habitat. I'm sure you can buy it anywhere online. It's nothing fancy, but it's mesh so we can see them make their chrysalis in here. If you haven't done monarchs before, they're very easy to do. And if you live on the road, I still think you could do monarchs. All you need is milkweed plant. You can carry that from place to place with you. I also use a hamper, just a mesh laundry hamper that's open on the top, and I'll put a piece of cardboard or something on there so that they can make their chrysalis on the cardboard. We talked about gardening and starting seeds. If you're a gardener that's been gardening for years, or if you're new to gardening, we had one mom, she has 6 kids, she wanted to start gardening, she went to Home Depot And she freaked out because it was just overwhelming to her, so she came home. And I said, just start small. Just start with something fun for the kids. And my favorite thing to start is green beans. Green beans are so easy to grow. They're fun to watch. They're a hardy stock, so the kids won't kill them right away. And it's just really easy to grow. And if kids are picky about eating vegetables, if they grow them themselves, they're more likely to try it. Now, an easy way to start seeds that we share, we have a whole new series going on in our Learning Lifestyle Revival membership on gardening. And one of the things we shared is using eggshells as a starter for seeds, which is super easy. We have backyard hens, so when I crack the eggs, I try just to crack the tops of them, and then we use it as seed starters. We have some green beans starting right here, getting ready to pop up. We have some kale over here popping up. Let's see if you can see that. And it's super easy to start, and when I'm ready to plant them in the ground, whoops, all I need to do is break open the bottom and put it right down in the soil, dig a hole, put it right down in there. What happens is the eggshell actually acts as a barrier for pests and caterpillars and bugs and all those things that can get to young plants in the soil. And the eggshells have calcium and other minerals that are going to break down and be in the soil. So it kind of works out great to use discarded things from your kitchen to start your own garden wherever you are. Whether you're schooling from your back porch or you're on the road, you can do that. Now, if you're a coffee drinker and you're a K-cup user, these are great as starter seeds. Yogurt cups are great. All those different things are really great to start seeds without making a monetary investment. Another thing that's great is herbs. If you are on the road, you can have herbs right with you. I try to keep some just in small pots like this so I can clip them off and reuse them. And one of our favorites to grow is mint. Now, if you're have a small area, you can do mint in a pot, which I always suggest because mint kind of goes crazy and takes over. But I love to put mint in water, and that's one of my favorite drinks. So in what I've been making today is the rest of my strawberries that Grayson didn't eat earlier today, some lemon and mint. And you could add sugar if you wanted to. You could add honey if you wanted to. But I love this. The kids will drink it. They'll drink a little more water with the flavored water. So it's just something super simple and easy to do. You pretty much can't kill mint, so that would be an easy one to start with. So today what I really wanted to share with you was some tips on how to use seasonal fruit, how to extend the season wherever you live, how you can store it and use it in lots of different ways. Now, Mary Beth is on here, and she's going to share my secret recipe for granola bars, my strawberry granola bars, and she'll put that link up there for you. We've been doing classes here at the Giles Frontier, and I always make a big batch of the granola bars whenever we have kids here, and they disappear. So I've heard that it's a favorite recipe, and I wanted to share that with you. So you can go to thegilesfrontier.com, and Mary Beth will have that link for you. Also, we do a lot of videos in our Learning Lifestyle Revival membership, a lot of cooking, a lot of life skills and different things. And Mary Beth and I invite you to join membership this month with our Spring Fever code. It's going to give you $5 off of your first month. We are giving that to you here and in our latest podcast called Spring Fever. So I hope that you enjoy these little tips. We want you to share those ideas with us here in this link. If you have pictures of how you save your fruits and vegetables, let us know in the comments here so we all can get some great ideas for the summer. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.